One of the most iconic names in agriculture is facing the fight of its life. John Deere, a company synonymous with farming and innovation, has found itself in a major crisis. What did they do to spark outrage across the globe? Stick around, because the answer will shock you. For nearly 2 centuries, John Deere has been the backbone of farming communities worldwide. Founded in 1837, this legendary company revolutionized agriculture with its innovative plows, tractors, and farming technology. Farmers trusted the green and yellow for its reliability and durability, but all of that trust might now be eroding. So, what happened? It all started with one controversial decision. In recent years, John Deere has shifted its focus toward cutting-edge technology, including advanced software in their tractors. While this sounds like a step forward, it's led to a massive backlash. At the center of the storm is the right-to-repair movement. Farmers argue that John Deere's proprietary software and strict repair policies make it impossible for them to fix their own machines. Instead, they're forced to rely on expensive dealership repairs that can cost thousands and delay critical farming operations. The backlash has been intense. Farmers across the United States, Europe, and even Australia have accused John Deere of prioritizing profits over the livelihoods of their customers. Lawsuits have been filed, and some states are now pushing legislation to guarantee farmers the right to repair their equipment. The controversy isn't just hurting John Deere's reputation, it's hitting their bottom line. Stock prices have taken a dip as investors worry about the long-term impact of the right-to-repair movement. Meanwhile, competitors like Case IH and Kubota are gaining ground by offering more repair-friendly options. The public response has been loud and clear. Consumers and activists are rallying behind farmers, demanding that John Deere change its policies. Hashtags like Right to Repair and Deere Fail are trending, putting immense pressure on the company to address the issue. So, what's next for John Deere? Will they listen to their customers and adapt, or will they double down on their current approach? One thing is certain: the future of farming and the trust of thousands of farmers hangs in the balance. Do you think John Deere will weather this storm? Or is this the beginning of the end for the legendary brand? Let us know in the comments below. To dive deeper into this crisis, we reached out to agricultural experts and industry insiders. Here's what they had to say. Farmers are not just buying equipment, they're investing in a lifeline. When companies lock essential repair tools and data behind paywalls, it creates unnecessary hurdles. It's not just about money, it's about the ability to get back to work when every second counts during harvest season. And it's not just farmers feeling the heat. Analysts warn that John Deere's refusal to adapt could pave the way for new competitors to dominate the market. Companies like John Deere need to strike a balance. Farmers want innovation, but they also need autonomy. Failing to address this could lead to long-term damage to the brand. Farmers aren't staying silent. Across the country, they're taking a stand, organizing protests, signing petitions, and pushing lawmakers to take action. Some have even turned to creative solutions, such as hacking their own tractors or using software from third-party developers to bypass restrictions. Their voices are gaining momentum. Several states, including Nebraska and New York, have introduced right-to-repair bills to address the growing frustrations of farmers and consumers alike. But this isn't just an American issue. Farmers around the world are echoing similar sentiments. In Europe, regulations surrounding technology and repair rights are becoming a central political issue. Meanwhile, farmers in developing countries, who already face economic hardships, are finding it nearly impossible to afford high-tech repairs. Technology should empower us, not enslave us. We need companies to work with us, not against us. Under growing pressure, John Deere has started to respond. In a recent statement, the company claimed they are committed to finding solutions that benefit both farmers and the industry. But is it too little too late? Critics argue that these statements lack concrete actions, and farmers remain skeptical about whether change is actually on the horizon. This isn't just a story about tractors or repairs. It's about power, fairness, and the future of an industry that feeds the world. John Deere's crisis serves as a warning to other companies. When you alienate your core customers, the consequences can be catastrophic. Will John Deere embrace the call for change, or will this be a turning point where farmers seek alternatives? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, this is a battle that could redefine the farming industry for generations. While John Deere faces this storm, other companies and grassroots movements are stepping up. Brands like Case IH, Kubota, and even smaller startups are capitalizing on the opportunity, offering equipment with more accessible repair options. farmers are also banding together to find creative solutions. If the big companies won't support us, we'll support each other. These workshops give us the knowledge and tools to keep our equipment running without breaking the bank. Additionally, open-source software for agricultural equipment is gaining popularity. Some developers are creating platforms that allow farmers to create back codes, empowering them to take back control. This crisis highlights a critical lesson for every industry. Innovation must go hand in hand with accessibility. Customers, whether farmers, mechanics, or tech enthusiasts, don't just want cutting-edge products. They want products they can trust and use freely. The lesson here is clear. Companies that don't adapt to the changing expectations of their customers risk losing not just market share, but their very relevance in the industry. For John Deere, the path forward requires rebuilding trust with its customers. Will they rise to the challenge, or will this crisis push them further into the shadows of their competitors? Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about the right to repair movement? Should John Deere make their technology more accessible, or are they right to protect their software and systems? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you're as passionate about these stories as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Together we can shine a light on the issues that matter most. If you're inspired to take action, check out the links in the description. There you'll find resources to support farmers, learn more about right to repair legislation, and even ways to get involved in your local community. Change starts with awareness, but it doesn't stop there. Let's make a difference together. At the end of the day, this isn't just about tractors or profits, it's about people, the farmers, who wake up before dawn to feed the world and the communities that depend on them. Let's ensure their voices are heard. While the controversy over the right to repair dominates headlines, John Deere's financial situation tells another side of the story. Let's break it down. Over the past decade, John Deere has enjoyed significant financial growth, with revenues topping $50 billion in 2023. Much of this success stems from their dominance in the agricultural machinery market and their push into smart farming technology. But in 2024, cracks begin to show. Despite a strong start to the year, Deere's stock price has faced increasing volatility. Why? The answer lies in mounting legal pressures, shifting consumer trust, and rising competition. Legal battles over the right to repair are proving costly. John Deere is facing multiple lawsuits, with class action suits accusing the company of monopolizing repair services. Analysts predict that these legal challenges could result in multi-million-dollar settlements or fines. Beyond the lawsuits, John Deere risks losing significant market share. Farmers are actively seeking alternatives, and competitors are quick to market themselves as repair-friendly brands. On top of that, the cost of innovation is rising. Developing smart tractors and AI-driven farming technology demands massive R&D investments. If sales falter or lawsuits drain resources, Deere's ability to fund future innovations could be at risk. John Deere currently holds a commanding 50% of the North American market, but that dominance is slipping. Competitors like Case IH, Kubota, and AGCO are capitalizing on the backlash, aggressively courting farmers with more flexible repair policies. In response to the crisis, some competitors are offering free diagnostic tools and even training programs to farmers, a direct challenge to Deere's restrictive policies. Adding to the pressure are global economic conditions. Supply chain disruptions, rising material costs, and fluctuating commodity prices are making it harder for farmers to afford premium machinery like John Deere's. These global pressures mean that Deere isn't just losing customers, they're losing them to brands that better understand farmers' needs in tough economic times. So, can John Deere recover from this crisis? Experts suggest that the company has two clear paths forward. First, Deere could pivot its repair policies, opening access to tools, software, and parts. This would restore trust and potentially avoid further legal action. Farmers don't hate technology, they hate being locked out of it. If John Deere shifts its stance, It could rebuild relationships and even lead the charge in repair-friendly innovation. Alternatively, Deere could focus on doubling down on innovation-building machinery, so advanced and reliable that farmers see the restrictions as a necessary trade-off. However, this would require an enormous financial gamble. Industry analysts project 3 potential outcomes for Deere's future. Policy shift. If John Deere loosens its repair restrictions, it could see an initial dip in revenue, but regain customer loyalty and stabilize long-term growth. Status quo. If the company maintains its current approach, lawsuits and customer defection could lead to a significant financial hit over the next 5 years. Increased competition, competitors seizing market share, could push Deere to lose its top position, marking a major shift in the agricultural industry. John Deere's financial future hangs in the balance. With a legacy stretching back almost 200 years, the company is at a crossroads. Will it adapt to the demands of a changing world, or will it hold its ground and risk losing the trust of the very people who made it a household name? The choice is theirs, but the consequences will ripple across the farming world and beyond. Now, it's your turn. What do you think about John Deere's financial crossroads? Should they pivot to repair-friendly policies, or is doubling down on cutting-edge technology their best shot at staying on top? Your comments could inspire a follow-up video, so don't hold back. Let's get this conversation started. This isn't just about John Deere, it's about the future of farming as a whole. Technology is rapidly changing how we grow food, and with that comes the need for balance between innovation and accessibility. If major players like Deere fail to adapt, the ripple effects could impact global food production, small farm viability, and even the way we think about sustainability in agriculture. The stakes are high, and the choices made today will shape the farming industry for decades. If you're passionate about this issue, consider supporting organizations fighting for farmers' rights. Together, we can push for solutions that benefit everyone. The future of farming doesn't have to be a battleground. With collaboration, transparency, and the right policies, we can ensure that innovation serves those who need it most. John Deere has long been synonymous with farming. Its iconic green and yellow machines have been trusted by generations of farmers. But today, that reputation is under fire. For nearly 2 centuries, John Deere built its legacy on a simple promise: to create tools that empower farmers. From plows to modern tractors, the company has symbolized reliability and innovation. My father used John Deere. My grandfather used John Deere. For our family, it wasn't just a tractor, it was a tradition. But now many farmers feel abandoned, as if the company they trusted has turned its back on them. Critics argue that John Deere's restrictive repair policies are eroding decades of goodwill. Farmers who once swore by the brand are now openly voicing their frustrations. I've been loyal to John Deere for years, but when they make it so hard to repair the equipment, it feels like they're putting profits over people. Reputation is everything in agriculture. If John Deere loses the trust of farmers, it won't just hurt their sales, it'll damage their standing as an industry leader. Customer satisfaction surveys reveal the impact on employees, ratings, and satisfaction levels. And when they lose the trust of farmer loyalty, but in recent years, satisfaction ratings have dropped by nearly 15%. John Deere still has strong brand recognition, but recognition alone won't keep farmers loyal. Reputation takes decades to build and only moments to lose. Social media has amplified the backlash. Farmers are taking to platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube to share their frustrations, creating a domino effect of negative publicity. This digital storm has reached millions of people, bringing attention to the issue far beyond the agricultural community. Recognizing the damage, John Deere has begun taking steps to repair its image. In recent months, the company announced partnerships with farming organizations and hinted at plans to improve repair accessibility. We hear the concerns of our customers and we're committed to finding solutions that strengthen our relationship with the farming community. But for many, these efforts feel too little too late. Without clear actions, skepticism remains high. While Deere struggles, competitors are using the moment to their advantage, positioning themselves as more customer-centric brands. Allowing companies like Kubota and AGCO are emphasizing their open repair policies, further challenging Deere's reputation. Because farming is hard enough, you deserve equipment you can trust and repair on your terms. Rebuilding trust won't be easy, but it's not impossible. Here's what John Deere needs to do if it hopes to regain its standing. Farmers don't just want promises, they want action. By listening to their needs and delivering meaningful changes, John Deere could transform this crisis into an opportunity for growth. A strong reputation is built on trust, and trust is earned through actions. John Deere's next moves will determine whether they remain an agricultural icon or become a cautionary tale for the industry. Let's hope John Deere chooses wisely.